Salvete omnes, nomen mihi canicus. I am back with another Honor Among Thieves build, this time with Holga KIlgore, who is Michelle Rodriguez's character. Let's look at the stats again. In order to get the stats to be, I think I got this one exactly the numbers that are listed on her stat block. But in order to get there, needed a +2 Supreme Tome. So if you want to play this character accurate to the stat block, at least in its starting point, you're going to need a +2 Supreme Tome. I don't think that's worth it, although unlike Edgin, Holga is going to hold up more on her own as a build just because she's a barbarian and barbarians are simple, and there's like a couple of things in here that I put in for flavor that might not be optimal, but otherwise she's a barbarian. She's going to hit things and it's going to work fine. So we have in the end a 19 strength, 14 dex, 16 con, 10 intelligence, 16 wisdom, and 13 charisma. And then I take all strengths. So it's a strength-based barbarian. Con could be a little higher. If I were to play a barbarian, I would definitely drop a little bit of the wisdom and add a little bit to the con. But whatever. All right. So the next thing is feats. So two-handed fighting. Holga uses a great axe. Specifically, the stat block says dark steel, which I don't think we have. So just get a good great axe. This next, the human bonus feat. This is as close as I could get to improvised thrown weapon. Holga throws things and does so quite well. So this is a nod to that. We don't really have that. I guess you could take. You might could take simple thrown weapon. For darts, and throw like snowballs and stuff. The things that she throws again are improvised weapons. So things like sun flasks and snowballs and some of those things. Unfortunately, I don't want to spoil too much. The thing that she does throw, kind of iconically in the movie, we don't have. Maybe the devs can put that in for us for later. We'll see. Then toughness. She's tough. Improved two-handed fighting. Improved critical slashing. Greater two-handed fighting. Weapon focused slashing. Power critical. She is a very strong fighter. Doesn't mind taking on 10 or 15 soldiers at a time. And this will allow her to do that. Epic damage reduction. She's incredibly tough. Perfect two-handed fighting. Overwhelming critical. Tactician. She is talented at strategy and also in things that this would lead to tripping and sundering and those types of things. More damage reduction. And then double strike just to get more damage. Epic fortitude because why not? Scion of Arborea for melee power, and then deific warding is something that I personally like to take often. I was kind of hoping for some kind of thrown weapon specialty at the end there, but there isn't one, which is fine. But she doesn't do any single weapon fighting or two-handed fighting or anything like that. So I just took deific warning. All right. So let's look at skills. Skills are pretty straightforward. Let's see. Where's my skills box? Oh, go this way. Pretty straightforward. Intimidate, jump, use magic device. A little bit of balance, some bluff. She's not a thief. She's not a rogue, but she is in a team of thieves. So being able to bluff is useful. All right, and then enhancements. Focused on frenzied berserker, little bit of a cult slayer, but just mainly took everything in frenzied berserker. Um, uh, Very little of this is specific to her or her character, other than the fact that she does fly into a frenzy quite often. Um, but this is just what I thought was most thematically appropriate to her. You could argue, given the plot of the movie, that a cult slayer is there, but that's not exactly what she specializes in. It's just a situation she finds herself in. So I thought Frenzy Berserker was appropriate, but if I'm willing to listen to arguments there if you feel differently. Um, so using the cracking attack, blood tribute. Um, Honestly, I didn't take Supreme Cleave just because I don't find Supreme Cleave all of that helpful. I would just prefer to get the extra double strike and hit 3 or 4 things at a time. So just all the time rather than just when I hit the button. But whatever. And then this comes off of Supreme Cleave, so I didn't take that. Um, this could have been good. And again, none of this really is thematically appropriate to her or inappropriate to her. So it's just the tree itself was what I thought was appropriate, so that's what I went with. In the same way, Fury of the Wild is where I spent nearly all of my Epic Destiny points. A little bit of Legendary Dreadnought just to make her a little bit more beefy, some more tactics DCs, action boost so she can run faster. She really only has that sprint boost as an action boost, but that's still, run fast, run fast, run fast, some hit points. Um, these cores are going to give hit points and melee power. I don't think it stacks with the stuff from Fear of the Wild, but whatever. All right, and then Fear of the Wild, we're going to do Adrenaline. We're going to stay in the mantle. Primal Scream. Um, you know, this is the um, Barbarian slash. It's the Raging Tree, right? This is the Raging Tree. So I felt like this was the most appropriate. I've got Unyielding Sentinel. I thought maybe I would take some of this defensively, but really thematically, it's not that. It doesn't quite work, I think, in my opinion. So this is what I went with. All right. Also, I didn't do Reaper enhancements on any of these characters because there's no Reaper mode in the movie. I would absolutely love it if they went into a place and then there were these Reapers, just because that would be the ultimate Easter egg. Um, it's not just for D&D nerds, but for a very specific game. But I don't think that's going to happen. All right. So this is Holga KIlgore. I hope you find this interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think I should have done differently? How would you have worked the improvised throwing into her character some more? We don't. Her stat block also talks about improvised weapons, which makes a lot of sense given the movie, but don't really have that here either. So, is there something that I'm missing? Is there something that you think DDO provides a way to get across her character the way she is in the movie a little bit more accurately? Again, just like with Edgin, no items. I'd be willing to listen to suggestions on items. Um, but for that, I will say gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time for Doric. We will do Doric next. Si waletis, ego walio, walete.